Hello, friends, and welcome back to Wit and Wisdom in Sync. My name is Tanisha Spears, and I'm excited to jump into our lesson. But before we do, let's make sure you have your materials ready. For this lesson, you will need your copy of the text Adelita, if you have one. You'll need handout 24B, the Focusing Question Task 3 Evidence Organizer, which you began in the previous lesson. You'll need your Wit and Wisdom in Sync journal and a pencil. We will also be working with Assessment 24A, Focusing Question Task 3, but I'll show that to you on the screen. Pause the video now if you need to gather your materials. In previous work, you had an opportunity to complete parts of the Focusing Question Task 3 Evidence Organizer. Today, you will complete the Evidence Organizer as well as rehearse your opinion paragraph. Now, the question that will frame our learning for today is, how does this text build my knowledge? All right, what I'd like you to do now is take out handout 24B, Focusing Question Task 3 Evidence Organizer, that you partially completed in the last lesson. Do you have it? Remember, you are planning an opinion paragraph that answers this question. What do you most admire about Adelita? And you've already added notes about your opinion statement and reasons to the evidence organizer. Now I want you to think, what else do you need to add to your plan? Tell your learning partner, or just say it aloud. If you said you need to add an introduction and a conclusion, you would be right. And that's what you're going to add to your evidence organizer today. And you're going to be thinking about this question as you do that. How do I write an introduction and conclusion for an opinion paragraph? Remember, an introduction is a sentence that introduces the topic, and you've learned 2 sentence starters that you can use when you write an introduction. Let's review them. The first one you learned is, we read the story. And the second is a character in. Now, what story are you writing about? You are writing about the story Adelita. Now, what character are you writing about? Think. I'm sure you said it. You're writing about the character Adelita. All right, so now what I'd like you to do is choose one of the sentence frames that you see on the screen and orally share an introduction with your learning partner. Are you ready? Choose an introduction sentence frame and then share it. Did you share? Now, where will you write your introduction? You will write your introduction in the first box of handout 24B. What I'd like you to do now is pause the video and use one of the sentence frames to write an introduction. All right, did you write an introduction? Now, what comes at the end of an opinion paragraph? I know you know, the opinion conclusion comes at the end of the paragraph. And remember, the opinion conclusion is a sentence that reinforces the opinion. And you've learned 2 sentence starters that you can use when writing an opinion conclusion. The first one you learned is, that is why. And the second one you learned is, this shows. Remember, in your opinion conclusion, you're going to repeat the trait that you most admire about Adelita. Now, what I'd like you to do is choose one of the sentence frames and orally share your opinion conclusion with a learning partner. Are you ready? Choose your sentence frame. Now, share your opinion conclusion with your learning partner. Did you share your opinion conclusion? Now, where will you write your opinion conclusion? That's right, you will write your opinion conclusion in the last box on handout 24B. What I'd like you to do now is pause the video and use one of the sentence frames to write an opinion conclusion. All right, did you complete all of the sections on your evidence organizer? Great, because you've done that to prepare for Focusing Question Task 3. So if you didn't, you need to go back and make sure you complete all sections of the evidence organizer. Now, take a look at Assessment 24A, focusing question task 3 that you see on your screen. Listen as I review the prompt. What do you most admire about Adelita? First, read the evidence on the Adelita traits chart. Next, choose a trait you most admire about Adelita. Then write an opinion paragraph telling what you most admire about Adelita. Support your opinion using evidence from one of the following texts. Adelita by Tommy DePaola. All right, now you're going to use the evidence organizer that you just created to orally rehearse what you will write. I encourage you to point to each part of your evidence organizer as you practice saying what you will write. I'd like you to pause the video and record yourselves orally rehearsing your opinion paragraph. Ready? Pause the video now to record. All right, awesome first graders. Did you orally rehearse your opinion paragraph? If you didn't, I encourage you to go back and do so because you will be writing your paragraph in the next lesson. But until then, be kind and do something great because you are capable of greatness.